Hello and welcome to the Virtually Redundant podcast. This is episode 8, and this is the second time we are doing this intro as Daniel wrecked the first time. If you want to see what happened, please subscribe to us on YouTube. We're joined today by Daniel and Connor. How are you this week?
I got a friend's laptop he's in. No, no. Actually, I made some made some breakthrough for my new game I was working on. It's going to be a complete new genre.
Oh God. Okay, what's the genre?
So what? so so I'm making this new MMO, right? And it's a sorry, I'm making a new. Right, okay, I'm making a new MMO, and it's actually going to be the first of its kind, a brand new MMO genre, and it's actually a pirate MMO, so it's going to be an MMO RPG.
This is what you've been planning for how long now?
I've been planning this since I fucked up the first one.
Yeah, keep planning. Okay, Connor, how was your week?
Well, in the original intro, I said I put my back out and all that, because I was gardening on garden leave, as you would know. But yeah, the back's getting better. It's been raining a lot. It's Ireland. Bashing my head against a computer. What else is there to do? So yeah, that was boring. More boring than Daniel's.
So, do you guys like to go out to like restaurants and cafes often?
Yes, but I can't afford them.
How often is often? How often is often?
Once every week or two, maybe.
Man, you're so lucky. Is that what you do? Do you go to a cafe or a restaurant every week?
Not every week, but maybe every second week we can go to a cafe. I mean, I'm not going out and fucking buying like a 20-ounce steak every time, but you can have a toasty and a soup or something like that for not that expensive.
You can.
I earn big money in this podcast. I can afford toasted bread and a soup.
I can afford 2 hot dogs.
2 hot dogs can be expensive.
For me, so what's the question? Yeah, so how do we? So I don't go often as I like. So that's the answer to the question.
Every once in a while, but yeah, probably not as often as I like. So I think last number of years, for obvious reasons, haven't gone to that many cafes. I've gone to a few abroad. I always find it an adventure when you're somewhere abroad and you don't really understand the menus or the staff or what's going on. Yeah, that's an adventure. But
you point at the pictures of the food, and if they don't have pictures of food, you're not in the touristy area. No, but
Yeah.
I do agree with that. Yeah, I think, like, I mean, I'm not getting onto the bit yet, but Connor, you do raise a good point before I get into the main point of the segment. Is, do you think when you're abroad and you see like the places that have picture on the food, that's definitely like a touristy trap? That's what I feel.
I run a mile when I see that. Like, I consider it a good sign if I don't see pictures and I can't understand the menu. I'm like, brilliant, this sounds like a good place.
An angry, like, French or Italian waiter shouting at you, what do you want? You kind of cry and going, I don't know.
You used to are making the fatal error. Mackie D's. Can't go wrong.
Yes, but when you're abroad and you go into a Mackie D's, you still need to, the picture's up high up behind them. What are you doing? Just pointing at the picture, going, that?
I just keep saying Big Mac until they understand me.
Irishman arrested for shouting Big Mac at waiters that for 2 hours.
That or you keep asking for the ice cream as the staff are breaking down in tears trying to tell you that the machine is broken again. Yeah.
What, the Big Mac machine?
Oh, one thing that have you ever eaten at an IKEA?
Yes.
Yeah.
So one thing that really annoys me when I eat IKEA, like, IKEA food is amazing and it can be quite affordable, but when you go to IKEA and there's not really a menu, but they keep changing the board, like there's all these monitors and the things are constantly moving about, so you don't really have a full picture of what's on offer. So you're like sweaty palms walking up, going, 2 seconds, I need to wait for the TV to change back. I think I saw like a salmon or a curry or something like that.
It's like when you're placing an order, you nearly need to be well versed in public speaking. It's like you're on the spot and it's like, what's your order? And you're like, oh my God, it's like I'm on stage. Stage fright.
Yeah, I know the feeling when I remember I still remember the first time I went into the Subway. I was so nervous. It was like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I'm roll." And he's like, "What?" He's like, what bread do you want?" Yeah, roll bread. I was like, "No, when it's Italian herbs and cheese, what do you want?" I was like, "Yeah." I just said yes to the first thing, and then he goes, "Okay, what salad do you want?" I was like, "Just lettuce." And when I was leaving, I saw the person like behind me ordering like 8 or 9 different ones. I was like, "Oh man, I can get more." I just ordered the first thing. Is like, just lettuce.
Daniel's he's like, what bread do you want? I just want flour. Is it made with flour?
But why did that guy just pay £7 for a lettuce roll? I don't know.
I mean, I was the same thing. I feel embarrassed because I went to the Subway and I didn't know that. Like, I just got my meatball marinara, and he's like, "What do you want on it?" I was like, "Can I get some meatball and some marinara?" He's like, "What else do you want?" I thought it cost extra, so I was like, "Oh no, that's it. That's fine. Let's go out with my plain meatball marinara with nothing on it." They need to, like, I know it sounds stupid, but they need to, like, literally, like, just for people like me and Daniel, like, just have it like a literally, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
Did you ever go in somewhere, right, and you order something, and because the menu's a bit convoluted or whatever, you think you're ordering a main, and everyone's plate gradually comes out, and they've got like a big plate of food in them. Then this tiny little bruschetta arrives in front of you because they'd named it something weird.
Yeah, well, for me, it's because I clearly don't speak English. Is that when I go to like an Italian, I don't understand what the hell and 99% of the stuff is. So I just, when it says like some sort of chicken with some sort of sauce, I don't know, man. I just, I get nervous. I just pick the first thing I see, and usually it's wrong.
Burger, burger, milkshake, cheeseburger, and a milkshake, please.
Yeah, you should just spell it out. Like, it's all this sauce and crap. I don't know, man. I don't know. It scares me.
It's like, do I get any food with my sauce? No, I get where you're coming from. It could be a bit like, yeah, there definitely needs to be a bit more accommodation to, like, I don't know if it's just, we were just too polite and we don't want to ask. It's like, look, I'm just really confused. Like, I actually saw this wholesome post on Reddit about Subway before, where someone was like, look, I've got terrible anxiety and I don't know, I panic when I go into Subway. So someone literally wrote down a step-by-step guide on what he needs to do. He's like, okay, he was like, what do you want from Subway? Okay, you want this, and this. Okay, so go in and just say, when they ask this, say this. When they ask this, say this. And the person said, like, an hour or two later, was like, oh, thanks, I went in and I literally followed your script. And I think that was actually quite wholesome. And I think I would benefit from something like that for many places.
So what you're saying is, anyone who's ever worked in the tech sector is socially inept and unable to deal with ordering a Subway sandwich.
I'm worried about those guides though, because they'll come along and then they'll ask something out of order, and my brain will just stop and say, "You like the ask for the sauce before the vegetables," and I'm like, "Oh shit, this is not meant to go this way."
Do you want any drink with your sub? It's like, I'll have the marinara, please. Then walks out with like a big tub of marinara to drink. Do you know the refillable stations that they start putting in like all the cafes and restaurants now? The
I like
Diet Coke
your
ones.
favorite quote unquote Portuguese restaurant in the UK.
Oh, right, you're talking about the Nando's, yeah. I think they might do it. I don't think, like, a lot of them use like the old-fashioned, where you have like, set like it's a really long thing and you press a button. Those machines are okay. It's the ones that have like the monitors of it, and you like click on the different. They have all these circles, and you click on the circle, and you can add like your own lime and cherry and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if it's controversial, but I really dislike those machines because they never get it right. Like, I know this sounds weird because you're going to say, how do you know? But it honestly tastes like feet. Like,
Darren's confirmed foot fetish has now come to life.
But no, it tastes weird. It tastes like feet or something weird. I don't know if it's like pure carbonation or that it's gone off. Like, it just never tastes right. Like, in one place I go to, you say you want refillable, right? They go to the bar and they get you like your Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke or whatever, and they give it to you, and that tastes fine. But then when you go to the refilling station, it tastes completely awful. So your first drink is always really nice, but every drink after that is horrible. And please like either fix the machine or just come up to me and ask, do I want to refill, and go refill it. Like I know
And then
that's
they
gonna...
go back to the machine and just fucking fill it up in the same machine that you don't like. Yeah, good idea, Darren.
I'll follow them back to the back.
You follow them and go, how's your feet and what does it smell like?
Okay, no, that's a bit creepy there, but no, I
You're
think
the one with your poop fetish, man.
no, I just like, do you know when you take off your socks and it smells of feet? That's what basically I'm
And then you eat
tasting
them.
it.
Yes, I know. Yes, okay, yeah. You take off your socks. You eat your socks. Yes, okay. Go on. Continue on. Yes.
But yeah, no, I just don't understand. Like, do you ever come across like, you know, do you ever go to McDonald's and you order like a Diet Coke and sometimes it's just totally rank?
No.
Yeah, no. It's very syrupy. Like it's the mixture's not right. Like it's been
But it
left
goes the
there
opposite
idly.
way as well. Like very carbonated. Like you might as well just be drinking fizzy water.
Fizzy feet.
Isn't it
Fizzy feet.
because the stuff literally comes in giant bags of syrup and carbon, and they mix it there and then, isn't it? Because it's cheaper.
I think it's
With the
2
feet.
tubes. I think. Don't forget the foot aroma, Connor. That's the third thing that you have to mix
They mix
into
it
it.
with their feet, man. What's wrong with you, Connor?
That's the guy who fell into the machine last year and hasn't been found yet.
Oh man.
I'm not sure whether to cut that content out or not, but I'll keep it in. If anyone finds anyone in a vat of like Pepsi syrup or something, you can contact Connor.
By the way, I think there is actually a book on the fast food industry, and that has actually happened in the history of fast food. So if you're really interested, go look it up.
And they realize it tasted so good, so they keep adding feet flavors to carbonated drinks to Darren.
This episode of True Crime was brought to you by Virtually Redundant. No, it wasn't. But coming back to the foot fetish, no, I mean, coming back to the thing, I think it's actually like you have the carbonated line, and then you have several lines of like syrup from like Fanta and Pepsi and, you know, lemonade or whatever, and then they mix it as it feeds in. So I think if the valves are not quite right, or if anyone knows anything about these machines or anything, please email us at virtuallyredundant@gmail.com, because I'm actually really curious about how they can constantly get so wrong. And it's not just like, oh, the place you're going to is bad. Like most places I go to, like a lot of McDonald's I'm going to is the same. Like I just cannot ever get it right. Like if it comes from like generally a bar or something, it tastes kind of okay most of the time. But if it's coming from like those machines, no, it's weird.
It could be like the Guinness taps. You know, they actually need to be cleaned every day or two. If they're not being
don't say
cleaned,
that.
they end up smelling like feet. You know, that's the difference between a good pint of Guinness and a bad pint of Guinness.
Yeah.
Smells of feet.
Yeah. That's why they have specially people to come out to clean it and stuff like that. Like, you know, because
Oh, really?
The flavor and stuff like that.
In Ireland, anyway. I don't know about abroad, but in Ireland they've got a van that drives around and cleans all the Guinness pipes.
In UK, you just leave it. You just let feet go through it. You know, whatever the fuck's going on there.
It's like there's a foot in my pint of Guinness. What the?
That was Jerry there, you know.
what I don't like about a lot of these places is like when you, especially Subway and like cafes and stuff, but when you order like a sandwich and it's not necessarily the usual type of sandwich, and you just give you a weird look, you know what I mean? Like, for example, I like like a ham and onions, just ham and onions. I'm happy enough with that, and they just
Red
give you a look.
onions.
It's like, is that all? Huh?
Red onions.
Red
Like,
or white. I don't mind them. Red or white.
No. I mean, yeah. I'm just. It's not like you're saying ham and onions and weird oniony. Like
No, not like
soupy
a ham, not an onion-based ham or a ham-based onion. No, it's just ham on its own, and onions as in, you know, the vegetable onion. Yes, so I have that, and then you kind of go, "Is that all?" And it's like, "Yeah, that's all. Go, leave me alone. Go, fuck you."
Is that because you're ordering it without the bread, or?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Why not? No, I'm ordering with the bread, man. I'm getting a normal sandwich, not toasted, ham and onions, butter as well.
It's an uncut onion, and the ham is wrapped around it, and then just crunching on it. That is like onions have layers.
No, they say it's that all, and you're kind of like, yeah, that's all. Leave me alone. Don't judge me.
I mean, they have to ask us that all. Because they don't, like, how many people are going to give like ham and onion, and someone's like, oh, but I wanted like sauce on it. I wanted lettuce, and they're like, well, you see, the previous person called me a cunt for asking did I want anything more, so I can't give you any more.
Oh yeah, I guess, I suppose it's just judgmental tone, man. Just judgmental.
Have you ever been to any restaurants where they try to replace the waiter with either, I don't know, like a tablet or a vending machine?
Do you mean like an automated one that moves around, or do you mean like one that you click on the stuff, you sit down, and someone will bring you your order?
Well, there can be a few different ones. So I was in Italy late last year, and we did go into this restaurant, and they had a load of tablets on the table for ordering. Now, the strange thing was, they still had all the waiting staff wandering around trying to show everyone how to use the tablets, which probably defeated the point of having them. But the idea is you had to place your full order yourself from the tablet. And I remember we got to hang with, anyway, we placed our order, then it printed off this spiel. The waiter went and got our stuff and brought it. Why we couldn't just give the orders to the waiter, I don't know. But I do remember looking across at another group of, I think they were poor German travelers. And they were sitting there for about half an hour, before someone went over. Wonder why none of the waiting staff were coming over. So,
yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I was in one before where I was at the tablet and I ordered ham and onion, and even the things that they tell on, I was like, for fuck's sake, I can't get any break here.
this racism here is this.
The technology is learning. Fucking judging me, these technology, man.
No, but do you actually have you seen the like automatic waiters, like where they bring the food to you? Like it's this like Dalek type machine, and it's got several like shelves on it, and the funny thing about that is that the waiter will come up, you'll order your food, and then you'll see the machine come around, and you'll see the waiter walk behind it to make sure it doesn't like drop the food. And you're like, you could just come back. Hey, just bring me the food. You don't need to wait. You don't need this robotic waiter.
I think I actually did see it pop up on my Instagram, one of those, because I've not experienced one myself, but the waiter came around the corner, the robotic waiter that is, a bit too fast, with 2 wine glasses and a wine bottle. And as they went around the corner, the wine bottle and the glasses went flying off and smashed everywhere.
The uprising is happening.
Just a bit of a tangent, but it's still on topic with food. When has the label, the way the way you see like a piece of like hardware technology or something like that, and it says as seen on TV. The way you see something like that on the label of the product that you buy, as seen on TV. When did it become a thing that says as seen on social media? When did that become a fucking thing?
When people stopped watching TV.
Yeah,
no, because I seen one on online, and it said like I think it was Iceland advertising it, and it's like this Yorkshire pudding lasagna. So it's basically like Yorkshire pudding but lasagna like embedded into it, and it says like as seen on social media. It's like, oh, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
I mean, surely everything's been on like as seen on social media. Yeah, this guy Jeb posted it on his Facebook feed. It's as seen on social media. That means nothing to me. TV at least requires a bit more effort.
Yeah, oh look, virtually redundant has lasagna on a Yorkshire pudding as seen on social media.
Has seen on virtually redundant. Oh god, this is quite popular. I gotta have this Yorkshire lasagna.
I mean, yeah, like anyone, like it's basically what they mean is like someone Iceland page on Twitter or something posts it and goes, "Has seen on social media." Holy shit! Well, look at this, because you can't afford to fucking put it on TV because it's rank.
I suppose one last thing, have any of you ever tried to use any kind of automated ordering system and just gotten completely flustered with it?
Like automated ordering system?
So I think in my case, I was in Japan a number of years ago, and I went to one of them vending machine cafes, which I thought would be great at the time because I was like, all right, language barrier, I can just press the buttons and I'll get the food, it'll be great. And there was about 500 different options on the screen, all in Japanese text.
Yeah.
You're pressing the buttons and there's a picture and you're like, oh, I'm a vegetarian as well, Japan's not exactly vegetarian friendly. You're like, please don't be squid, and then you're pressing stuff and then you try to cancel an order and then before you know it you've ordered like 10 things. Bit of a car crash.
No, like I agree with you. Choice scares me. When you go into somewhere and there's like too many like options. It scares me. It spooks me out, and I would get flustered too, especially when there's like a queue and there's people there and you're in a different country and there's different language. Yeah, that would spook the shit out of me.
But also, Connor, you're being a hypocrite. There were pictures there.
I know, but it's I don't know. Well, in Japan's a bit different because everything is pictures. They actually have plastic food in Japan. I went to a whole catering district in Japan where they sell. There's about 10 shops in a row that just sell plastic food. 2 restaurants.
Like, how would you know? Like, if something's like tofu as from a picture or just cut up like squid, like you wouldn't you just from a picture alone, unless it's like squiddly diddly or something, just that you want to use, unless it did that, like you wouldn't know from just a picture alone.
I don't know. It's a bit like Russian roulette, Or then, yeah, I don't know. We could talk about other things all day. I think the other thing is, when you get the tickets in a queue, maybe you're in a kebab shop or something, you get your little number ticket, and I don't know. This is the bit where we cut because it's getting too boring.
No, you're getting.
Wait.
Are you going in with ticketing system?
What post office kebab shop are you going to?
It's quite common. You go into a
Where?
really busy one, and you get a number on your docket because they're doing like so many orders at once. And, like your number, I'm gonna say 59, so we don't get in trouble. But
oh yeah, look. So Connor goes to the kebab shop to give him like a little buzzer thing that vibrates when his table's ready, and he goes and sits down and gets his like. What are you talking about? I've never heard of the ticketing system kebab shop. Even in the most fancy restaurant where I lived, you don't have a ticketing system. What's wrong with
the most fanciest of kebab shops? This is like the highest of tech of kebab shops.
There's one in Dublin called Zaytoon, and when it's busy on a night out, you go in on your receipt, it has a number, and it'll say you're 230 or whatever, and they used to have a thing which popped up with your number, but now they just shout it like 230, and if you're too slow, they'll start getting angry. It'd be like 230, come here.
Okay, yeah. So do you have a Jira system, right? And you get a ticket, and and then you close it. Yeah, is that what you do, Connor? It's
the New York Stock Exchange, and they're saying buy, sell, and Connor's just like throw kebab up into the countertop, hoping he gets his. Like I've never heard of a single.
So you get your kebab and you have your Wonka golden ticket, and Connor's going. Sorry.
No, you need the golden ticket.
You golden ticket and Mr. Willie Kebab comes out, and you go into his kebab factory.
So what do you get on your kebab? Is it purely vegetables, or do you get like is it a supplement? Is it like a meat based supplement?
I either get the sheesh veg or the falafel. I hate all that meat based supplement, but that's another podcast.
But I mean, I just can't get past this ticketing system.
Yeah, I don't get this.
Very simple. So they print a number and then they shout aggressively at you to come and collect it.
I mean, the places that I go to don't print your fucking receipt, and you get a fucking like a ticketing system. What is this shit?
You're in the UK job centre looking for a job, and you get your ticket, and they give you a kebab. And you're like, oh shit, I'm in the wrong.
What is? This is just weird. I know
this is so weird. Like I can't believe Connor tried to end it with that. Oh, that sounds boring. The ticket. It's like ticketing. That's the most exciting thing I've ever heard. Like I'd go there just for the novelty. It's like, oh, I'd get a ticket just for just a can of Diet Coke.
And like this ticket is a printed ticket. Like did you bring it home? Did you frame it? Like is it? Where is it?
I think I have one here somewhere.
What?
Wait, why are you holding the ticket as well? Is it a golden ticket?
No. It just has your number on it. So it's like order,
your phone number, like.
No, like your order number.
Oh, this is the new Japanese horror movie. It's like you go to the kebab, you get your ticket. It's like, this is my phone number, and it's like, boing.
It's almost like playing high stress bingo. As you're staring intently at your ticket, and then it's like, come on, please be my number.
Social anxiety again, where you get a ticket, and you're like, did you call it? Have to call it? Yeah, did I miss it? Are you going to yell at me if I miss it? Oh God, yeah, I know what you mean, Connor. I don't know.
So who gives you the ticket? The cashier? Do you have to is this like fancy machine that you pull the ticket out of?
The job center one with the circle, and you pull it.
So the reason why, and I didn't properly explain it. So in Japan, when you get the vending machines, you get a ticket, and you have to go up when your number is called, which defeats the purpose of using the machine, because then they're shouting in Japanese, the number, and unless you know your numbers. But in the kebab shop, when you go to the cashier, your receipt has the number on it. And then you're like standing there panicking intently, waiting for your order to be called. And it can go one of two ways. Your order might be before someone or after someone, and then you feel guilty if you're ahead of someone because you've jumped the queue, and you feel,
well, you didn't jump it. I mean, you're like, yeah.
But it's like you did. I don't know.
You get the shit kicked out of you because, yeah.
But when they called, but they called ticket number 55 before 69,
But by definition, your ticket is always going to be before and after someone, unless they're literally just a company that sells one kebab and then shuts shop.
No. What he means is, like, if you order like 2 kebabs and you're 69, nice, and someone orders a Coke, the Coke 70 will be served before the 69, so you get 70.
Well, you don't know that. They might take ages.
Well, no, it's not your fault.
They might have fucking carbonation.
They might have to fix the valves and so it doesn't taste like pee.
They might go, this Coke tastes like pee, and then you have to go back and get it again. The person might get the 2 kebabs.
Yeah. Bang. How about the title of it? Banging your auntie and feet coke. Yeah, there you go. That's clickbait right there.
Yeah, this
The
is
the secret of the Guinness pumps.
yeah, this is going to literally be a one topic thing because it's like 25-minute discussion on feet smelling
Feet.
cokes and
Yeah.
ticketed kebab systems seems to be running the entire course of this episode.
Feet fetish and your auntie. There you go.
No, but the auntie's not going to be in this podcast. I don't think I'll be able to fit the auntie. I'll just have one bit of you shouting. If you're listening to this and wonder why we're talking about bagging your auntie, we'll upload a separate segment sometime about TV shows we wanted to end sooner. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I think kebab meat and all that sounds pretty good.
Well, it can't be. It can't be me because Connor.
You do what you want. I'm not going to cancel you. I just won't eat it. You can eat the meat between the two bread or whatever analogy you want to use. I don't know.
The onion. I don't get bread apparently.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was it.
That goes into the kebab place. He's like, I'd like some onion. It's like, do you want some kebab? It's like, how fucking dare you ask me? Do I want more?
How dare you?
Give me my onion, please. If you would like to send onions to Daniel, please email us at virtuallyredundant@gmail.com.
If you would like to just email us, please, anything. It doesn't matter what you email us. Email us at virtuallyredundant@gmail.com.
Okay, well, this entire episode is being interesting. We'll be right back after these sound effects. So Daniel has introduced this quiz segment because this is a tech podcast. It's all about techie, and nothing says tech like a movie quiz segment. No, but last week Connor gave out some clues about two movies. Connor, would you like to talk about what the answers are?
The answer to the first film, which was Knife Walking, is Blade Runner. And the second one, which was, I think it was the owner of the jewelry, is The Lord of the Rings.
Oh my God.
Wait, because I'm obsessed with Lord of the Rings. Yeah, we're going on a big long walk, guys. It's going to be great.
I just want to say, right, the second one is good. The first one is just opposite land. You know what I mean? Like the second one does make sense, but the first one's just opposite land.
It's not my fault your brain's broken and can't
No, it's fine. Just shit all over this. Just go on. Darren's going to do all. We have to think about. Okay, so listen, listeners, you have to think about opposites as well as the description as well. I guess partly described. Okay.
No. You like my one. You will like my one. You will like my one. Okay, so, we didn't get any answers emailed in, but if you do wish to win a kind of under €5 Steam game, we'll send you a rubbish one or most likely a rubbish one. But the first movie item is It's a Fine Living.
Okay, I think I know that one. I think that's yeah. I think I know that one. It's I'll just write it in the chat. But I have a thing about it. When you said there's no right answers in emails in, there's no emails in though. I mean, like, are we splitting hairs here?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. Way to shit on this podcast. Yeah, no one's emailing us. No one loves us. Daniel tries to answer it himself for his free Steam games. We refuse to give it to him.
We just sent Darren the right answer. Is that the right answer?
Yeah, that's correct. It's correct.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The next one is
see, Connor, that's how you do it, right? Just so you see.
The second one you like this one, right? You love this one, Daniel. Story time. Pussies, occultist, and IKEA furniture.
What? Wait, no. Okay, can go back. Say it again.
Story time. Pussies, occultist, and IKEA furniture.
IKEA furniture.
IKEA furniture. Wait, no, that's the one that you're both on. I know. Okay, I know what one might be in terms of like kind of. Is this opposite land? Is it just to give us a hint?
It's not opposite land. It's just like alternative names. I'm fluffing it up a tiny bit, but not by much. So I am using the correct.
I know what the second one. It's so obvious what the word really is, but like I'm. That's a hard one. I don't like it when
it is a very hard one. Oh,
So
so
it's a
that
movie.
Daniel would like it to be very easy.
So say one more time just so I can get it. Story time.
One more time for Daniel is story time. Pussies, occultist, and IKEA furniture.
What's another word for? Man, I don't.
I haven't a
Story
clue.
time.
I'm lost.
Cultist, yeah. Is there like an No,
Uh,
no, man, no. This doesn't add up at all. It's a movie. Can you give us a hint? Is this a recent movie?
No.
Is Mel Gibson in it?
No. This is not in the spirit of the game, you guys.
Okay. No, he's right. So
Let me type it in
Adam.
because I'll
Yeah,
type
go
it
on,
in.
type it in, just so we can see, just so we can see.
So, dear listeners, let's hear what the reaction is. 2 seconds, and here we go. I've sent it to them, and let's see how they
Fuck
react.
off! No,
Oh.
no, fuck you! No, Sam, no, just no.
No,
This
it's
is
correct.
I wouldn't have guessed that in a million years. I really wouldn't have.
Darren really doesn't want to give away a €5 Steam game.
No, he doesn't. I mean,
If you know the answers to those two movies, please email us at virtuallyredundant@gmail.com. This episode, we talked about foot fetishes, Diet Coke tasting like feet. We talked about kebab tickets and Japanese tentacly, skiggly, wiggly things. I don't know what Daniel was talking about there. He can like enlighten us in the next episode. But what are your plans for this week, lads?
I don't know. Learn how to edit a podcast properly. I don't know.
I'm probably just gonna sit and think about stuff because like I had a pretty bad thing that I found out yesterday. I found out that Ant from Ant and Dec wasn't the smaller of the two. I'm actually good. I honestly thought Ant was always the smaller one, and that was the funny part about him. But
why was that the
no,
funny
Ant
part?
is the bigger one. Because
Ants are
the
small.
smaller one, Ant, I thought it was like a good. Yeah, exactly. I thought like so, but Ant's not the small one. Dec is the small one. I honestly, I literally till yesterday I thought.
Just for
Ant was the
context,
smaller of the
these
two.
are British TV personalities, in case anyone is wondering.
I don't think they have a personality myself, but hey, yeah.
They're just people on the telly, and Ant and Dec present X, Y, and Z. I don't know what they present anymore. They're all over the fucking shop. But no. So when I like, the way you learn something, and this outro is probably too long, and I was like, please end this fucking thing. But yeah, you learn something that's life changing sometimes.
Like Star
Gets
Trek,
you,
yeah.
just takes you down.
How do we go on? One step at a time.
Yeah, no, but no joking. I did only learn that.
Got
just
any topics
yesterday.
for next week, Daniel, as you're going to be the host?
And Dick. Star Trek and the deck. Maybe and the deck and Star Trek. Maybe we can combine the two. Have a have a good quality there. No, one topic I will talk about is conspiracy theories. I think that'd be something riveting or
I
absolute.
think Star Trek is. I'm going to fucking
shite.
talk about Star Trek for 30 minutes and see how you like it.
Star Trek and feet, probably, huh? Yeah.
Well, that I guess ends this podcast. Thank you very much, and all the best. Do 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 do.
No, Nintendo's gonna get us now. No,
Just-
Nintendo will stop
Just
us.
like they tried to stop the go-karts in Tokyo.
Okay, wait. Sorry, this outro is going to be like 20 minutes long. Wait, what was that? I don't know. What was that about? This trying to stop the things in, Darren's rage. For all you listeners out there, Darren's absolutely raging because he wants to finish his outro, but now he has to.
Connor, please,
now he has to
it is
continue on
quick as
cutting
possible.
additional
Why
content.
did Nintendo
What
ban
happened in Tokyo?
carts in Tokyo?
I did. No, if you want, we do it on another podcast. But essentially, there's this go-kart hire service or go-kart tour service in Tokyo and a few other Japanese cities where you used to be able to get in the go-kart and dress up as Mario characters and then drive around the streets of Tokyo at 80 miles an hour. It was great crack. I did it once. But, Nintendo had a core, they people driving dangerously in go-karts around Tokyo, they had a problem with their public perception of their image. So they basically tried to get them to change their name and ban them from using Mario costumes. Very sad.
There's just one thing there, when Connor says great crack, that's just another term for something being really cool and fun. It's not actually crack cocaine. Connor is not on crack cocaine. He hasn't taken it in many years now. He's cured.
It means great fun.
And it means crack cocaine sometimes. It depends on your context.